Hi, this is Scott McClymans at CEO Velocity. We've been going through a series of videos looking at an application called Customer 360, which I developed with my partner Solve in a business intelligence platform called ClickSense. This can be utilized for any kind of business, but we have applied it specifically to banks and credit unions. Thus far, we've looked at profit groups, branches, products, customer migration, and a host of other things, demographics. Now what we want to do is look at what is our market opportunity. We've done a deep dive into our customer base. We know the strengths and weaknesses that there are, but now we want to create new households. We want to grow, expand our market share. So what do we need to do? This market opportunity sheet tells us what our market share is already for each kind of, of customer group, or rather demographic group. It also shows us the annual profits per household for each of those demographic groups. Now remember, this average annual profit per household for this demographic group is spread across all of our profit groups. So if you envision an Excel spreadsheet where you'd have your 4 profit groups and then cross-tabbed against your demographic groups, you'd know that these affluent households, for example, are spread across your end zone, your most profitable households, end zone profit group, your red zone, your mass market, and your lower tier. So the average profit per household is $1,258, even though we know our end zone affluent households make us a lot more than that. So what we want to do is say, how much can we increase our bank or credit union's profitability if we gain an additional 1% market share in our marketplace? And the marketplace can be a branch, or it can be our entire branch network. And we know, for example, that in the affluent households and the top wealth households, they will bring us more $300,000 or more in annual profitability if we're able to just get an additional 1% of each of these types of households. Likewise, we know that if we're able to get career-oriented households and get an additional 1% share in the marketplace, we can get about $180,000 in additional profitability. So this screen helps us set our budget for the upcoming year. We know what kinds of products they buy, we know what kinds of loans they acquire, and we know a lot about these kinds of customers. So this is going to set everything in motion for the strategy that we create for the upcoming year in terms of personnel, branches that we're going to focus on, the types of selling, the scripting, the social media marketing, and advertising that we're going to try to do. So very important sheet in terms of reaching the marketplace. Now let's say that we wanted to reach Sandy Springs in particular. Well, we just search on Sandy Springs and we find that if we get an additional 1% gain in market share in affluent households at Sandy Springs, that makes us about $88,000 at our branch. And we know that at Sandy Springs, there are about 2,400 households in the marketplace, so getting an additional 1% shouldn't be difficult for us. So that's how we look at the marketplace, and this is how we can budget and determine how to reach our market most effectively and most impactfully.